Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking open.
Now from
Pretty Benny King.
WSAV, the station that's on your side. You're watching News 3 Coastal
On
Sunrise
2.
at 5.
Taking them on 2.
Coming up on Coastal
Pretty white
Sunrise
view.
at 5.
A bright future cut short. The death of a Liberty County teen
Pretty white view,
hit
Ben.
family and friends hard. We'll tell you how you can pay your respects. Coming up.
Taking it.
And time is running out for volunteers to save hundreds of wildlife on Wilmington Island.
Pretty
We'll tell
Kyle on
you
1.
Why? That's coming up.
Taking Kyle.
Another mild start and a warm day ahead,
32
but
shot
much
on 3
colder
with a zoom
air is
in.
now not too far back to the west. Big changes for the weekend. We'll talk about it coming up in the forecast.
Taking it. And losing.
Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, February 8th. I'm Kim Gusby.
And I'm Ben Katko. Thanks for joining us
Ready
here on
staying
Coastal
3.
Sunrise.
And
Today,
staying.
family and friends will say their final goodbyes
Ready
to
Kelly
Albert
on
Dock, a
4.
Liberty County teen killed 2 weeks ago in a car crash.
Police say the man behind the wheel was a Fort Stewart soldier who was driving drunk. News 3's Kelly Antonacci joins us now live in the studio this morning with more on how you can pay your respects to Doc. Good morning, Kelly.
Taking Kelly.
Good morning, Kim and Ben. And 2 weeks later, messages of love and support are still flooding social media.
Pretty VO.
Those who knew Albert Dock called him Spud, and nobody knows how he got that nickname, but they do know Doc was talented and had
She's up.
dreams of becoming a pro basketball player. This morning, he is dearly missed.
Taking
People
VO.
started to honor his legacy with candles on that basketball court. It's where Doc spent
Already
his
saw it,
days
33.
practicing. And then support continued on this court where Doc was a star player on the Liberty County High School basketball team. Players gave Doc's mother flowers, and so many people say he was a caring teammate, student, and friend.
Taking top.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank
Ready
y'all
full
for
screen.
loving me so much. I really appreciate all of you guys. It's meaning a lot.
Next on 3, Kim.
It's giving me comfort just to see how much I'm able to get to everybody.
Taking it.
And if you'd like to honor Doc, there's a wake today at Dorchester Funeral Home. That's happening in Liberty County from 6 to 8 today. And then tomorrow there's a funeral in the gym at Liberty County High
Ready
School.
Kelly on 4 with
and that
VO on.
starts at noon.
Taking
Doc's
it.
family will bury him at First Calvary Missionary Baptist Church. The driver
Very
of the
lower.
car
Ready
is
Kim on
facing
3 for
several
an OTS.
charges, including murder. Last week he was arraigned and denied bond. Kelly Antonacci, WSAV News 3.
Taking Kim.
Thank you, Kelly. A group of local clergymen is
Next on
making
2.
sure the Crocker teens will always be remembered.
Taking full
Tomorrow
screen.
night at 6:30, the community is invited to a memorial service for Mary and Elwyn Crocker at Baker Lake in Springfield. The Crockers' bodies were discovered in December.
Ready to sing the
buried
OTS
in a
on 2 with
wood line in
Ben.
Guyton. 5 people face charges in connection to their deaths, including their father, stepmother, and step-grandmother.
Sticking 2.
In our crime and safety report today, Savannah police need your help in identifying some people involved
Ready,
in the
VO.
robbery in the Oglethorpe Mall. Police say a man
Taking it.
snatched some jewelry from an employee.
Ready
at a
transition to 3
kiosk
for a 2
last
shot.
month.
Ben and Kim.
The suspect was last seen by mall security driving away in a white Nissan Altima. Police say he was with a woman and another man. You should call police if you have any information.
Taking it.
Safety first, that is the motto of Beaufort Memorial Hospital as they protect their staff and patients from an outbreak of the flu.
The flu has hit the hospital
Ready,
hard,
VO,
so
and
it's put
32.
restrictions on visitors. No one under 18 is allowed to visit patients, and anyone with cold or flu symptoms will be asked to wear a mask in the clinics and
Ready,
testing
Kim on
area.
3.
About 100 patients have come in the last week with the virus, which is a lot, but still much lower than last year, where more than 200 cases were reported.
Taking it.
The emergency room at Beaufort Memorial is still open to patients who need it. Officials would like
Ready to wipe
folks with
Savannah
less
Cam with Ben
severe
and Kyle.
cases of the flu to stay at home or use the telemedicine service.
Taking it.
Let's take a live look outside from our Dozier Law Cam right now over River Street.
Ready to stay in the Kyle on
River
2.
Meteorologist Kyle Dennis is here with your forecast. First, it's got to feel pretty good delivering great news every day this week.
Yeah. You know,
I'd
it's-
imagine.
It's not fantastic news for the weekend if you're loving these temperatures in the 80s, but it's still
Ready,
going to
move?
be mainly dry, so
Move.
it's not terrible.
Taking it.
61 Savannah, 60 Richmond Hill,
Losing
60 in
Ben.
Rincon, 60 in Glenville, 54 in Statesboro. And of course, it's not good news for Kim Gusby because we got to 82 yesterday, which she was hoping not to see, but it happened. We
In
tied the
February.
record. In February. We tied the record yesterday, and that
All right,
record
ready,
was set
staying
just
to
1 year ago.
3
So
for a 2
two
shot.
consecutive February 7s, record highs in the low 80s. So for this morning, mostly sunny, comfortably cool in the upper 50s, low 60s. We cloud up through the day, but we stay dry. As a cold front moves through, there will be a warm breeze. Temperatures will still be at least in the 70s. The high today about 79, which likely will not be a record. The record's 82. I don't think we'll quite get all the way up there today because we will see the clouds coming in and the cold front arriving. That record set in 1921. But there is a big cool down coming for the weekend behind the front. We'll talk about that in the 7-day in just a couple minutes.
All right, Kyle, thank you. And a News 3 follow-up this
Pretty
morning.
boxes.
Crews are almost done filling in a ditch on Wilmington Island that's home to some wildlife.
Now, as workers near the end of that SPLOST project, volunteers are moving fast to save what lies beneath the surface.
News 3's Danny Dykes joins us live this morning
Ready to take
from
Router
that
1 full with
canal
Danny?
on Concord and Penwaller Road with the very latest. Danny, good morning.
Taking.
Hey, good morning. Many neighbors may be relieved to see what they call an eyesore getting a makeover in this area. But this canal
Ready
right here
view
is
on
home
31.
to a lot more than just standing water and trash. Volunteers have rescued more than 170 turtles from this ditch, and they say that they won't rest until they save every last one.
Taking 31.
Take a look at this little guy right here. I was standing right there as volunteers rescued 4 turtles just in front of me. Dozens of community members have come out since the summer to lend their hands and voices to the cause. Even the construction workers are using excavators to save the marine life. Chatham County Commissioners approved the nearly $4 million project
on 4,
back in
Kim.
April. And after hundreds
Next
of
on 3,
hours fishing out the turtles, volunteers hope this will serve now as a lesson to the
Ready
community.
shot. Taking
After
32.
the fact, when you see the turtles on the road after the construction starts and in order to get hit, all of a sudden people start getting upset
lower.
and like, why is this happening? Well, when
Ready
these
Router
guys are right
1.
here doing the work, it's too late. You can't stop it. You need to be active and find out what is going on in the community.
Taking Router 1.
And volunteers are continuing to ask
Next
for the
on 4,
community's
Kim.
help over the
Next
next
on 3.
couple of weeks, even after the crews finish working on this project. Live on Wilmington Island, Danny Dykes, WSAV
Ready transition to
News
4.
3.
And taking.
Thank you, Danny. 6 minutes after 5 o'clock right now, the Low Country this
Ready,
morning, a
Nabo.
multi-million-dollar
33.
addition is on the way for medical services in Bluffton.
Taking 33. Ready to continue with Kim.
St. Joseph's Candler officially broke ground on its
Ready, shot on
$33
30.
million regional medical campus in Buckwalter Place. The 40,000 square foot phase 1 will be dedicated to improved oncology and radiation services for cancer patients and a telemedicine component.
So what this is going to do is take all the components of outpatient health care that a patient gets, and you're going to get it in your backyard.
So financially, it gives us the ability to keep on with our projects, pathways, parks, anything to increase our
Ready,
quality
Kim, on
of
4.
life as residents of this town.
Taking 4.
Officials hope the
Ready,
first
sticking to
phase
3
will
for
be
an
done
OTS with
next
Ben.
spring so they can start accepting patients.
Taking it.
A developing story this morning. The Home Builders Association of Greater
Ready,
Savannah
VO
is
on
filing a
31.
lawsuit against Bryan County over new
What?
home building fees. The lawsuit challenges 2 ordinances
What?
recently passed
She's at the
by the
mall.
Bryan County Board of Commissioners. One requires fees on all new construction in the unincorporated south end of the area. The other sets some new design standards for new homes. The HBA says the county's overstepping and making new homes unaffordable for people with moderate incomes. The county says both measures are consistent with state law and are commonly used in growing communities.
Taking shot.
When you increase housing by $20,000, $25,000, when you increase housing by $10,000, you're pushing a whole bunch of moderate income people out of the market.
I already been on 3.
Put this on the, as long as I'm the chairman of Bryan County Board of Commissioners, I will fight tooth and nail for our citizens. We think we've done the right thing. Our citizens want this, and I will fight every day to make sure it gets implemented.
Taking 3.
The impact fee ordinance will go into effect April 1st. The other is already
Ready, transition
in
to
place.
Mom
The
Wall
Home
with
Builders
Kim.
lawsuit seeks some immediate relief. Of course, we'll continue to follow any new developments in this story.
Taking it.
Continuing coverage this morning, Georgia Democrat Stacey Abrams was in Savannah last night to thank her supporters and talk about
Review
the
on
next
30.
steps in her political career.
Taking 30.
Her visit came 2 days after delivering the
Ready, stop,
Democrats'
31.
response to President Trump's State of the Union address. Last night, Abrams highlighted her newest cause called Fair Fight.
Yeah, I got one.
She started the organization after
gotta
losing to
get there.
now Governor Brian Kemp in the November
Oh, yeah,
election.
yeah. VO we can. We couldn't do it yesterday with full screen. So I fixed it.
Did not have a fair fight.
Ready to wipe the mom with
We didn't
Ben.
have a fair fight because in the state of Georgia,
On 4.
voter suppression was real.
Taking it.
Abrams also thanked Chatham County and surrounding
Ready to be on
areas for being,
33.
quote, champions during the election. Her supporters
Taken.
agreed that they would like a fair fight and
Ready, saw
exercising their
vote, Ben,
right to
on
vote.
30.
We spoke to some of them after the speech for their reaction.
Taking it.
I've never seen a candidate come and thank a region like Stacey Abrams, and you could see the authenticity in her speech.
I honestly believe that with her and the
She's
backing
hyped up,
that
man.
she has,
Ready to continue with
by the
Ben.
supports that were here tonight, we're going to do a great country.
And continue with Ben.
When she was asked what's next,
Ready,
Abrams
2 shot
said
on
she'll be
3 with a
running
zoom
for
out
office
and
again
music.
one day, but did not offer any details.
Taking it.
It is
Pretty
9
white
minutes
BO.
after 5 o'clock on this Friday
And White
morning.
from
Straight ahead
31.
on Coastal Sunrise, it's American Heart Month. Coming up at
Pretty full
5:17, we'll tell you the signs you need to look out for to prevent a heart attack.
Stay with
Taking
us.
it.
You're watching
Pretty Max
Coastal
2.
Sunrise from WSAV News 3. We'll be right back.
Losing mics. Taking Max. Ready to fade to black. All right, and fade to black. Break rolls. You're welcome.